Before I start my presentation, I want to start with a giveaway. Every customer in the room, I will give him 5 free man days. Okay? 5 free man days. Who wants those 5 free man days? Who wants the 5 free man days? Okay. So what I want you to do, just take a selfie with your phone for yourself and me in the background. Can you do that? If you want the 5 days, just take a selfie of yourself with me in the background. Just approve that you are in the room. Any customer outside the room doesn't get the 5 days. Actually, they won't get any discount. Nothing in 2018. You are entitled for everything. So take a picture, take a selfie, okay? And you can send it for me. You get those 5 man days. That's the minimum. You may get more, by the way, okay? Just take the selfie, and whenever you want those 5 man days, send me that photo. You get those 5 man days, okay? Okay, so I thought a lot about what I want to share with you in this gisworx. So I wanted to select a subject that is, I consider controversial, okay? Why? Because if we make a survey among all the users who have implemented their systems and ask them, do you consider yourself a doer or an achiever? Okay, I think all of you agree that at least 90% will say that we are an achiever. We did an achievement. But in reality, that percentage will not be that high. It won't be 90%. Probably maybe 20%, 25%. 75% would be just a doer. He is doing, but he is not achieving. So this I wanted to discuss with you and give you my experience and my thoughts. Why would someone be doing a lot of work, but he's not achieving, okay? So again, why is this subject? Because I have seen in my life, in my experience, 21 years experience with gistec, so many customers, so many projects, so much work, amazing budget spent, but finally, so many of them were just doers, not achievers, okay? That wasn't really an achievement, okay? And I wanted to share those with you. So what is the difference between somebody who's doing but not achieving and somebody who's achieving? In my opinion, okay, those who are doing are more oriented to tasks and actions, and they are more focused on requirements. Okay, too much driven by requirements. They are focused on the user. This user, what he wants, and they continue doing. They don't sit and they don't think of what they're doing. They just keep doing and keep doing year after year. So it's limitless. They just do it and keep doing it in a continuous manner. But those who achieve, or the achievers, I consider them, those who are achieving, they are result driven. They always look at what result they have done out of what they did. Result is very important. They are business focused, not only user. You see, the user is part of the business. Okay? So when we think of the business, not the user, then we will achieve. Also, process oriented, okay? Not just requirement oriented. And they always work in phases, okay? And they always have milestones. They have to have milestones. If you want to achieve, you have to have milestones. You cannot just continue and you will achieve. If you continue in a limitless manner, you may not achieve anything, okay? So why you may end up doing and not achieving? Things I want you to ask yourself, okay? For example, what is the approach? What type of approach you are taking in what you are doing, okay? Remember that the way you do it impacts what you get out of it, impacts the result. Also, implementing any system is not just start and finish, okay? You have to go in phases. You have to embrace quick wins. A fully implemented system, a sustainable system, can take years, and we all know that, okay? And thank you, Marwan. This is very clear. It takes years. Therefore, we have to consider the time factor. See, in my opinion, achievement is measured by time. I can build, a tower like Burj Khalifa in 50 years, and I can build it in 10 years. Is this the same achievement? No. Time is very important. So the time factor, keep that in mind. You could do what others did, but did you do it in the same time or more? It makes a big difference. So time factor is very important. Also keep in mind that phases are cyclical. They are not linear. Means you have to do the phases, you have to look behind what have I done in that phase and assess and review. Okay, it's not a linear manner. And also inside of each phase, you have to identify and plan. You have to design what you want to do. You have to execute it. And of course, you have to enhance. Many, they execute, but they forget the enhancement. They just don't have a provision for enhancing after they execute, okay? And then you have, of course, to maintain and assess what you did. And again, repeat. You have to repeat this process. And you have to be clear about what you are implementing. You need to manage expectations. These are some of the aspects that you need to consider while you are doing your implementation. Think of yourself like the moon in your organization. You know, the moon, sometimes it's a full moon. Sometimes it disappears. Sometimes it's in different phases. So you need to act like a moon for your organization. Okay, so I would recommend, and I want you to ask yourself some questions. If you want to, see, we as humans, we tend not to be very honest with ourselves. Very few are. And this is very important. If you want really to be successful and to achieve, you have to audit yourself. You have to ask yourself, among yourself. You don't have to tell others, just between you and yourself. For example, are you truly achieving results? Or you are just doing stuff, okay? Where are you now? And where are you heading? Where are you going, What path, what approach are you taking to reach there? And how long it will take you? Remember, effective implementation requires significant effort, okay? Before and after the implementation. So there is no achievement without a huge effort. And also, the gradual rollout. And that is not only in the matter of the phases. Even in the same phase, you can and you should consider rolling out to a small number of users and then growing. To small, requirements and then growing. So this is also, the gradual rollout is very important. And testing. Very often, in implementations, customers forget this. Testing. Testing is very important. It's eliminating for your users, and it's also for the implementation team. The more testing they do, but don't get addicted to testing. But testing is very important. Don't undermine it and don't overdo it. Okay? Now, this is an introduction. Okay. In my opinion, and we always discuss it, me and Abu Ziyad, that in IT and in GIS, the traditional way of doing GIS systems and implementations doesn't fit. Sooner or later, maybe in 5 years' time, maybe less, it will disappear. You can't do IT projects in the classical way, okay? It just doesn't fit for IT. What I mean by that, I mean the classical way of hiring a consultant, studying the requirements, writing specifications, allocating budget, issuing an RFP, blah, blah, this process. Why? Just ask your question, can you afford to wait all that time? A general rule of thumb, if you want to do an initiative, okay, if you go the classical way, what you see on the screen, you're going to take double the time, minimum, double the time. If I want to do the initiative in 3 months, if I go the classical way, it will take 6 months, maybe more. Okay, so this is one factor. Budget is going to be double. If you go with RFP, you're going to be double in IT than if you do it the normal way, let's say the IT way, okay? Now, you can see the formula. This is my formula. I didn't get it from anywhere. So maybe right, maybe wrong. Okay. I consider achievement equal to the result, what you have done, divided by time times budget. So if you consider this carefully, if we go the classical way, what we are showing, that arrow, now I'm saying the classical way will take double the time and double the budget. That means 1/4. Or let's rephrase it. In every 4 initiatives, okay, 3, it's a probability, 3 of them, which is 75% of the initiatives will not be considered as an achievement. Okay, why? Because they are taking double the time and they can double the budget. That's my own way of interpreting this. So for this, and after so many years, more than 20 years working in gistec and in the UAE, we have developed a services program that is I consider it culturally fit for our customers, fit for IT, fit for GIS. It's very important to have such kind of program when you do the implementation. It's flexible, and we are still developing it and enhancing it. We have many customers who have adopted it. So the whole concept of it is that we have the expertise, the customer has the objectives and the ideas, and he knows what he wants, and then we go into the service program to deliver this requirement. As it was mentioned by Abu Ziyad earlier, that we put the customer at the heart of all what we do, okay? And then through our service program, we try to bring, for example, best practices, bring him resources, bring him knowledge, bring him consultants, working with partners. So all of this comes within our service delivery program to make the customer successful. So some of the key aspects of our service delivery, which some customer here have seen it and have worked with it. For example, okay, it reduces the procurement time. It's very important because, again, time is a factor. If you consider yourself an achiever, you have to always check the time. How much time you are taking for that achievement? Are you taking double the others or the same or less? Second, engaging users while we are building. So this is very important that as you are building your achievement, then you are engaging with the users. Also, accepting and evolving with changes. Changes. So as you develop, you will keep receiving changes. Making the process easier and simpler. And of course, focusing on the customer business, as I mentioned earlier. This is all aspects of our program. Optimizing the costs. Why? Because we take out project management. We take out coordination management, user management, and give it to the customer. You are stronger to manage your users than me as a contractor or as an implementer. You are better to manage the time. When you want this capability, do you want it in 1 month? Do you want it in 6 months? It's up to you. I don't charge you for that. I don't charge you for project management, part of my service delivery program. Okay? The other thing is using our portal, my gistec. You have a full visibility on everything you have in terms of service delivery, all your mandates, how it was consumed, everything. You have a full system using the portal to request and to consume. This is just a small, information which is not actually updated, but shows you the number of mandates that has been already acquired in different Emirates. We have more than 44 customers already using the system. Some of them are recurring every year. So this is very useful and very fit for IT implementations and GIS implementations. Few of the customers, just to mention them, but we have so many, we have more than 44. RTA, one of the top customers who are using the service delivery program. We have also Doer, and we saw Mr. Marwan now the presentation and what the plan for what's coming. Also, Etisalat, a great successful results, and we are proud that our customer Etisalat is successful and happy with what he got. And we have also Ras Al Khaimah. So I know there's some which I will not mention, but there is many who have already, SUBC and Sharjah. So there is many who have already used this program, and it is fit. It's helping them become successful and achievers. Okay? So more are adopting, and that's it. That's my talk for the day. Thank you.